La la Laker, la la Laker, la la Laker. I hope you guys enjoyed the game that you just seen. If you did not see it, I'm going to give you a little bit of a glimpse of that, where the Lakers played the Memphis Grizzlies at home at Staples Center with the final score of 121-118. Yes, Lakers win, but if you can tell by my voice, I am not impressed. I am going to go ahead and get right to business. We don't have time to waste. This right here is La La Laker, the podcast where we do not discriminate, we do not hold our tongue, and we give out real reactions. We don't give out what the 4-letter networks and the 3-letter networks give you. We're not here to tell you, have a little bit of optimism and things will be what they are. We're going about what things are right now. Now, with that being said, we can get all the emotional stuff out the way. Yes, we won 121-118. But if you go back to the previous episode where I stated one thing and one thing only that should really, really stick out like a sore thumb is that Kent Bazemore is just a backup. I need to take a moment for you guys to just really think about that. I hope this goes through the sound waves and it hits Frank Vogel in his ears. And I need him to really understand that Kent Bazemore, his whole entire career, has almost been a backup. Matter of fact, it ain't even almost. He's 98% been a backup. We have seen him be a backup before he even became a Laker coach in LA land. We've seen him be a backup in Golden State. We've seen him be a backup in Atlanta. And he's probably been a backup somewhere else. But I'm not here to keep going down this man's career because he even knows that he's a backup, and it showed exactly what was going on tonight. How many times do it take for you to take somebody out to put Bazemore back in for him to get cooked over and over again? Over and over again. This is how I know it's coaching. Now, I said in the other episode, I said, I don't know yet. Is it him? I asked you guys to comment. Some of you didn't. Most of you did not. So again, I'm going to ask again. What's the problem? We still trying to find our way on defense. We're still lagging around. This is just a team that doesn't have all of their guys. And speaking of their guys, what would you think would have happened if this game had Dillon Brooks in this game? For the ones who are excited for us to get a win, I'm excited with you too. We are finally off the schneid. But what do you think would happen if they had Brooks in this game for the Grizzlies? Yes, I want you to understand that. I distinctly told you in the other episode, this is not the time for Hillbilly Kobe, and you've seen it tonight too. It didn't matter if he got in front of Ja Morant. I know y'all gonna say, but it's Ja Morant. I mean, what do you expect? I don't expect him to have 40 points and 10 rebounds. That's what I don't expect. Or is it 10 assists? Either way it go, he got a double-double. That's what I don't expect. Kent Bazemore is a backup. I'm going to keep saying this throughout the time. Kent Bazemore is a backup. Portland Trail Blazers, Sacramento Kings, Golden State Warriors. He played for these teams in one season. And you never seen him start at any of those teams. He damn sure ain't starting in Portland. He's not starting over McCollum. He's not starting in Sacramento over Buddy Hield. He wasn't starting in Golden State. And that's even with a Klay Thompson being injured. Again, Kent Bazemore is a backup at best. There is no way that the stats show and prove that Malik Monk had less minutes and had the same amount of points as him. He is the 2 guard. If you're not going to start Monk, then you can at least start Avery Bradley. Just for defense. Because Kent Bazemore is giving you nothing. He is playing the most matador defense next to Anthony Davis. Yes, I'm going to say it. A lot of you are going to have Anthony Davis as like sacred and you can't speak on him. But I'm not Dwight Howard. I'm a fan that's watched basketball all my 30 plus years. And I understand what's that when mediocre defense, because I see Anthony Davis do the same matador defense to let Ja Morant go right by him to lay it up with no contest. Anthony Davis did not play defense until a little bit of the second quarter and at the end of the fourth. Take it how you want to take it. Take it how you want to take it. He did not give his 100% effort tonight. Now, I do understand how basketball works. And I do understand that it takes time. Relax. Yes, I'm relaxing and I'm still relaxed. As a Laker fan, I encourage you to relax as well. But certain things you can just see that stick out like a sore thumb. And the number one thing I seen is that Kent Bazemore is not starter material. Now let's get to the positives. Some people said that Carmelo Anthony was washed up. They had believed what the letter networks had said and said, you know what, Carmelo Anthony is washed. He should not be in the league. And for those people who said that, the ones who said he cannot score anymore. The ones who said that Carmelo Anthony is not better than Kyle Kuzma. I guess you didn't see the game tonight. Carmelo Anthony has always been a bona fide scorer. He's in the top 10 in scoring. He's always been a better shooter than LeBron James could even imagine. Now, we all know that what you're going to lack is defense on Carmelo, because Carmelo his whole career has never had to play defense since he left Denver with George Karl. Everything else is just being the green light guy and being able to score as many points as he can, so he could not use his energy on the defensive end. He's never been groomed to play strict, lockdown, hands on the ground, knees bent defense. But when it comes to scoring, you have got to be out of your mind to think that Carmelo Anthony is not a scorer. I just want to take a moment for the ones a couple years ago when Carmelo was sitting on his couch that told me and another group that Carmelo Anthony is not worth it. And those guys I know that couldn't even get picked up in a park rec league, couldn't get picked up outside of their nearest park near their house on a 5-on-5. Now let's get to some more meat and potatoes. LeBron James, 40 minutes, can't have that in a game against the Memphis Grizzlies. His minutes are increasing because Frank Vogel wants to play the same lame duck offense. Now again, I told you he's trying to play everybody the same way, and it's not working. You have different talent. Now I know you're going to sit there and be the hater that you're going to be and say, well, you're not the coach, they should pay for you. No, because I know a million coaches that make $1 million and only do $10 choices and $10 decisions. It doesn't matter where you at, NFL, NBA, soccer, baseball, doesn't matter. And those same guys get fired with $1 million in their bank account to never be seen again. If that's the case, give me a chance. Give me a chance. Rondo did not even play tonight, which I expected. I told you last podcast, you just wait. You wait till Kendrick Nunn shows up, you will not see Rondo. It will be a DNP a lot of times. I broke this whole thing down in the episode before. So if you don't understand what I'm saying, go back to episode 5 where I explained from the first 2 games that that's not it. I mean, my facts are proven. They are stamped on this page. They are stamped on this channel. I don't mind being wrong, but sometimes I hate being right because it's proven, because I sit and actually study and watch the games. I am not you guys that wait to ESPN and all the rest of the networks tell you, hey, these are the highlights. I'm constantly watching Bazemore get cooked, and even when you're down 3, let me explain something to you. When you're down 3 under 5 seconds, the only thing coaches want you to do from little league to high school to college to pros is to switch everything, stay right around the 3-point line, put your hands up, and do not reach. Don't give the refs an opportunity. And if he makes a shot that's just a wild shot, it's okay, we go to overtime. But you do not give them the reason to tie this game. And the only reason why we had a chance is because Ja Morant missed the last free throw of the 3 free throws that he got. But Bazemore knew that, and Bazemore went out there and ignored everything that basketball people know. You do not reach in the cookie jar going for a 3. You just don't. You don't. And he did. And not to mention he was already being cooked all night long. Then look at the ref and say no, but his whole hand is in the waistline of Ja Morant. I mean, how stupid is that? This is why I'm saying you can put a lot of guys together, but some guys gotta have a little bit of an IQ. I don't know if Bazemore has something on Frank Vogel and the coaching staff, but he's not it. Headband, Rondo's old number, doesn't matter. High socks, low socks, starter dreads, low cut. He is not the answer. I want people to really feel that. I need you to get on this train right now before it starts speeding down the block, because I know it's going to be some of you that are fans of Bazemore and say, it's just a couple of bad games. No, it's a couple and a million mental mistakes. It's a couple of games and a million mental mistakes. I can break it down even deeper. Ja Morant went left every time when he drove on Bazemore. Want to go back and look at the games? Go look back at them. Matter of fact, you like the 3-letter and 4-letter networks. They'll show you the highlight plays, and you'll see Ja Morant going left 80% of the time. And Bazemore still did not catch on that he's going left every single time. That's mental. Everybody know the game is 90% mental, 10 physical. And 90% is what he did not use. If anything, he used 19% of his mental in these games. Thus, him being a backup at best. You need guys that can create their own shots. Bazemore is a dependent offensive player, meaning stand in corner, find open lanes, can't create off the dribble, can't create my own shot. I have to allow somebody else to create it for me, which on this team is not the best thing when you have a Monk that can do anything you need him to do, and he just has to get the confidence to understand that he's a starter. Avery Bradley can get to his spot, but also play defense. Those are two guys that are still better than Kent Bazemore's performance. You pick whatever you want. Matter of fact, in the comments, tell me which one you want. Again, do you want Bazemore? Do you want Monk? Do you want Avery Bradley? Which one do you want? I'm going to go ahead and give you my answer now. Kent Bazemore is not it. I'll take the first two. I'll leave Bazemore on the bench. And you still have to remember that THT is returning, Ariz is returning, Nunn's returning. Bazemore will go further and further down that bitch faster than he goes further and further up. This is simple film work. Go back and check the film work. Comment if you need me to break down film work. I go get the actual plays. I go get the actual game and break down the film work for you in the future, to show you what's going on, what's happening, what should not happen, and what did happen. We squeaked away with this win, 121-118, but again, I am not impressed. We are allowing teams in the third quarter to still be a problem. Go back and look at the stats. The Grizzlies took over the third quarter. So did Phoenix. So did the Golden State Warriors. That means that you are coming out of a halftime break with no adjustments, or if you are, they are not working. They're not working. Now, for the ones who are still waiting on Westbrook to give you 20 points, 20 rebounds, and 20 assists, again, I explained to you that would not be the case here. But you have to respect Westbrook to give you 13, 13, and 7. It will get better from there. I see Westbrook averaging around between 18 to 19 points a game. That will always be better than all the rest of the point guards we had. Schroeder, all of those guys, they're not averaging 18. But he will average around 18 points a game, around 8 or 9 rebounds, and around maybe 5 or 6 assists. And that's good to be a point guard when you have Anthony Davis and LeBron James. And the other positive note, LeBron James is still cooking from that 3. LeBron James literally went to the summer and had a purpose and plan. I think that Anthony Davis had a purpose and plan to get stronger and bigger, but without the muscle memory now, it's going to be a little difficult. The free throws will be a little off because he's a little bit stronger. Muscle memory is what creates shots. You can tell by how the way he is shooting and pushing the ball instead of allowing the ball with touch, because he's too strong and he does not have the confidence to feel it, but it takes time. We know Westbrook is a bad free throw shooter. We already knew that. No need to talk about, but Westbrook, well, we knew Westbrook can't shoot free throws. And what the NBA needs to do is really look at the tape, like I'm looking at the tape, and seeing how many times the refs have either got in the way, want to take too much time, or do not want to call fouls. This is starting to get ridiculous. This is game 3, and they're still allowing the away team to get off with some of these phantom calls, NBA star calls, and they only have one NBA star on their team. It's unacceptable. There's so many times where guys are getting hit and attacked and murdered into the rim. We understand that the new rule was not being able to take the foul whenever you run into the arms of someone on a jump shot. But when somebody's still attacking the basket and getting hacked all the way through the lane and no ref calls it, and everybody's turning around looking at you, even the team who did it, then the refs need to stop putting on their blinders and open their eyes on both sides of the court. And I'm not saying it as being a Laker fan. I'm saying it as to keep the game fair. The refs are there to keep the game fair. Some of them want to just have their wives and their husbands and their family to see them on TV, and we can't have that. It is making the NBA look bad. We squeaked away. We won, I guess. But before I go, I want to give out a little bit of stats for the night. Lakers shot 53% from field goal range. They shot 53% from the 3, which is great. But they shot 68% from free throws. 68. They got us on the total rebounds, where at one time they had 24 points in the paint in the third quarter when we only had 6. I'll let you think about that. We had more assists, more blocks, we had less steals, and we had 17 turnovers. And again, that lucky number 17, because we had 17 turnovers in the game before for the Suns, and we had 17 turnovers for the Warriors. We have to get that down immediately. But that takes time because guys got to know where they are. But some of these turnovers were just pointless, just throwing the ball everywhere. Not taking our time. Points in the paint, of course, they already got us with that. And we had less fouls. But we have to clean this thing up. And again, it takes time, and I said it takes about 7 to 8, maybe even 9 to 10 games for these guys. But we have a good little move ahead of us. Next game we have is the Spurs. We'll be here to talk about the Spurs game. I'll break it down as best as I can. And again, La La Laker out. Let the music do what it do. Again, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for listening. Comment. Who do you want as a 2 guard? Do you want Bazemore? Do you want Monk? Do you want, whoever? Do you want Bradley? Do you want Ellington when he comes back? Tell me what you want. Comment. Comments are great. Hit that like button. Hit it, pound it. Subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you can get all the content. We are a Laker family. I can't talk to myself. I like the Laker family to talk back. It's very important to us to hear what you have to hear, and we can be able to use some of the things that we need to use. Ask questions in the comments. Maybe we can answer them on the next one. Peace.